going on, YouTube? Today we're talking about the CharJenPro Airfoams Pros for the Apple AirPods Pros. It's a lot of pros. So, do these stack up for $30 as an alternative replacement for the silicone tips that come with the generic Apple AirPods? We're going to find out. Alright, so I ordered these off of Kickstarter the end of January, I want to say. I paid $27. I ordered myself the black version, and then after talking with them a little bit, they sent me the gray and the white pair to try out as well and do a quick little video review on it. So we're going to talk about that today. Let's start with what you get. So with every set, you are going to get a small and a large version of the AirFoams Pros. And basically what these are is these are memory foam tips that are going to replace your silicone tips that come on the Apple AirPods Pros. So let's take a look at the box. Nice little box here. Super simple, nothing crazy fancy about them. As soon as we open it up, we are greeted with a microfiber cloth as well as a little white pad. We are given a little booklet on the company. And again, this company is CharJenPro. The owners are Charlie and Jenny, founders, hence CharJenPros. Inside the little book, little instruction manual, kind of talks about how to put these on. Pretty self-explanatory, wiping down the case, etc. And then inside, we are greeted with our two different sizes, small and, in this case, large. All right, so let's go ahead and put the new tips on and see what we think. So, simple enough, we're just gonna pull off the old tip. We're gonna grab one of the new ones from the box. We're gonna push it on, and boom, we are set to go. Tips are on. They suggest that when putting them in your ear, you just kind of squeeze the memory foam a little bit so it smushes it down, just like you would with any sort of foam earplugs, essentially, and we throw them in our ears. Hold them for a couple seconds here, and what that does, it allows the foam to go ahead and expand in your ear, getting a nice solid fit. So, what do I think about these things? I've been using them for about a week now, and there's pros and cons, of course, with everything. So, what do I like about them? First, the comfort. I do not like the silicone tips that come with the Apple AirPods Pros. They hurt my ears get really sweaty, and I've noticed that I get a lot of breakouts in my ears now using the Apple Pros. But I love the Apple Pros, or AirPods Pros, because the noise canceling, the function, the way it works with my iPhone, everything that's, comes with that. So, these things, insanely comfortable compared to the silicone tips that come with them. I also find that my ears don't get as sweaty. Now, we're going to talk about maybe the reason why in just a second, but I think as far as fit and finish, these things do very well. They stay in the ears. My tests happen to go just fine when it comes to the sound checks that Apple wants you to do to ensure that you've got the max seal inside the ears. So I think that is great. I do think $30 might be a little high considering you're going to use one set of tips. You're going to either use the small or the large depending on what size your ear is. So you're really only getting one. I guess if you are a husband and wife and you happen to both use one, one of you can take the large, one of you can take the small, and essentially you're only paying $15 for a set at that point. So in that case, I think it is good. But for one person, $30 seems kind of high for just little memory foam tips. When you consider memory foam earplugs are, 99 cents at Walmart or something, these aren't much different in that aspect other than they are shaped for the tips of the AirPods Pros. So again, you have to kind of justify it. For me, the comfort and not being able to, currently I'm not able to wear the AirPods Pros all day long because they eventually start to hurt my ears. So in this case, I have the ability to wear my AirPod Pros a lot longer during the day. So for me, that's a big value over the standard silicone tips that come with the AirPod Pros. So in that case, I give it a win. I think they're great. Now let's talk about the downsides. All right, so what do I not like about these? Well, like I said, I have been using these for a little under a week now, and I purchased the black tips. I just thought the contrast between the white and the black looked pretty cool. And I'm now glad that I actually purchased the black pair. So like I said, CharJenPro, they sent me the white pair and the gray pair basically free in exchange for doing this review. So when I first got them, I opened up the black or the gray pair, and I wore the gray pair for the first 2 or 3 days. And each morning when I went to put these in, I noticed that the color was actually changing. So this is going to be extremely gross, but the gray pair currently around the edge, right where it goes into the ear, is starting to turn a faint yellowish green, which I'm assuming is going to be from my earwax. I reached out to them. I sent them a message on Instagram. I said, hey, wasn't sure if you guys were aware of something like this, but I noticed my gray pair, they're starting to change color. They reached right back out to me. They said, hey, it's something we know. It's kind of the deal when you're dealing with memory foam, foam in general. It's somewhat absorbent, and it's going to pick up earwax and sweat, and it's going to discolor. So again, I'm really glad I went with the black pair. I'm going to start wearing the black pair and see if they change color. I haven't even tried the white pair. The white pair, I don't even want to. I feel that the white pair is going to be completely destroyed in a couple days from my earwax and sweat. If the gray are already starting to show that discoloration and disfiguring. So be mindful of that. If you are going to buy these, I would say initially go with the black, avoid the white and the gray, maybe until version 2 comes out. If that's something that they're focusing on, I'm not sure. But it is pretty gross for me to open up my AirPod case and then instead of a nice gray tip, it's now starting to turn a yellowish green. So it doesn't even make me want to use them. I don't plan on continuing the use of the gray ones. And I'm not even going to attempt to use the white ones. I'm just going to leave them in their box. I opened the box just to see how white they are. They are beautiful white. I mean, they match the case and everything well, but it's just not something that I'm going to want to put in my ear and use. So I'm going to stick with the blacks. Again, the comfort on these things is great. I can wear these for several more hours than I could the silicone tips that come with the AirPod Pros. So the black ones, I'm going to give a thumbs up to and say if you are struggling with your ears hurting and you're not able to get a really good fit with the Apple AirPod Pros, consider these guys. I'm going to drop some links down below. I'll drop a link to their website as well as a link to Amazon. I'm not affiliated in any way. I get no kickback, no commission, no nothing. But it's just for you to be able to go down and find a quick link to them. They make a whole bunch of other accessories for MacBooks, dongles and adapters and cables and things, several things for Nintendo Switches, it seems. So they do make several products. And I'm excited to see, it's finally giving us an option over what Apple has out there. And I think they've nailed it with the black, but definitely avoid the gray or the whites because they are going to discolor, within just a couple days. So give them a check below. Follow them on Instagram or any way that you want to find them, Facebook, etc. And again, considering it's $30, right? $30 is a lot of money for a little tiny piece of memory foam that you stick in your ear. And again, most people, they're only going to pick one of the sizes. But if you have two people, husband, wife, duo, whatever it might be, one of you's got bigger ears, one's got smaller, hey, you both get a pair, it's 15 bucks, and I would say it's highly justifiable. For $30, again, for me, it is justifiable because I love the AirPod Pros, but I'm just not able to wear them. So there you go. There's my official review. Again, go black, avoid the gray, avoid the whites, and get some comfort out of these guys. All right, take care.